Holy Blitz podcast. We're about to break down the pay-per-view UFC 313 this weekend. Alex Pereira defending his belt against Magomed and Ankalaev, and what is probably, I think, the last man at the division that it could even take a shot at the throne. It's gonna be a decent card, but as always, before we jump into this, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment who y'all got on this fight this weekend. I'm Paul Pickle Winham, and I'm joined with.
Hey man, you already know it's your boy Kev Waterboy, boy, with that big Haitian flag. This literally has nothing to do with anything about this card. I just felt like flexing it.
I didn't know, bro. I did that DNA, was it 23 and me?
The Ancestry.com.
Yeah, bro. When they sent the results back, they sent me this right here.
They said I'm a Zoe. That bitch says straight Zoe on it.
Straight though,
Uh,
100%.
no, yeah, but hey, Paul, this card got the
Yeah.
MMA. This card got the MMA streets buzzing. A lot of people asleep on this card because they might not know these names. But if you know these fighters, there's some hitters.
I will say, not like there are some decent cards. It's not once again though. I feel like these pay-per-views, this pay-per-view ain't like the biggest hitter on the block. Like UFC, I feel like has kind of been in a slowdown. They kind of have some mega events, and then there'll be some like, okay, that's still a decent little card. Because like Alex Pereira versus Magomed kind of puts this card on his back, and I'm not upset with the Gaethje versus Fiziev. I'm not upset with that rematch.
I love you like that fight better than the Dan Hooker fight.
I do too. That's why I'm like, I feel like that the Dan Hooker one versus Justin Gaethje, it didn't move me as much. Was it gonna be fun? Is that yeah? But did it move me? No. But this rematch, I'm like, okay. I kind of like this, and I can kind of see what Fiziv's cracking like since the lost to Gamrot.
I think if the BMF was still a thing, well, was still relevant, that's when that Dan Hooker fight would have mattered because you know these niggas would have just went all out. But this fight is, I'm like, this is the fight y'all should have booked in the first place.
I kind of wish this fight would have been because we already seen the fight at 3 rounds, and it was a majority decision for Gaethje, and what was razor thin, and everybody was like, "Yo, that fight could have went 5 rounds. That was amazing." So they get the rematch, and it's still 3 rounds. Like I feel like they're kind of not doing it a service. You should have kind of put that bitch as a 5 rounder. Fuck it.
I would, I would agree with that if they originally booked it. But since it's a 10-day notice fight, Jit don't got the lungs for that. You got to train for 5 rounds.
That's true. That is true. That's a lot of cardio. You gotta get ready to go. But yeah, it does have good name because like looking up and down the card, there's familiar faces all the way through it. Where you want to start here? I kind of know a little something on every little fight. I could say at least.
I mean, well, let's start off with what fights do you think is going to be your potential fight of the night?
Oof. Yeah, I think the Jalen Turner versus Ignacio
Oh, why you stole my pick?
Bahamut and Gaethje Fiziev, I think is the easy answer in front of you. But I think the Jalen Turner Bahamanda is probably going to really steal the show, especially in a card. Not knocking anyone on the lower parts. They're probably going to come and bang on the early fights because it's not big name value. So you know they're on a pay per view card. They're going to want to show off. But for the big fights of the night, I think the Jalen Turner Nacio one's going to really steal the show.
No, I agree with that. I think Justin Gaethje versus Fiziev is like if you were to bet that, I'm definitely taking that prop bet. But
It's probably the favorite. You know, it's probably the one like number one on the list.
mm, but I'm gonna think my pick is gonna end up being a Jalen Turner fight because they're just two long motherfuckers. When I did my research, and Jalen Turner has something to lose right now. He's not trying to go. He's 1-3 right now.
And Baja Mundez doesn't shoot any takedowns. He's straight hands. And Jalen Turner versus Dan Hooker was a fight where it was nothing but straight hands. And I think it'll be like very similar to that.
Yeah, both the boys had to go immediately to the hospital after that.
Yeah, so them and but even on the women's side, the Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Luciendo fight that's right before it, that's gonna be that one. I don't know who to really lean. It's this is like the two meanest bitches from Brazil, bro. Amanda Lemos
Huh.
Amanda Lemos, you look at her like, bro, I'm not fucking with her. Like, and then Yasmin Luciendo is the chick that I said like she looks like she could be Tank's cousin. Like she just looks mean, and she fights the way she looks. I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking with her either. So then they were like, fuck it, we gotta make them fight each other. And like, I
Oh,
don't know who's winning that one. I just know I wouldn't personally fight either one of them.
no cap. I'm not gonna lie, they are definitely some bad bitches. But don't forget about my dog Joshua Van on the card. Curtis,
He's
Curtis
taking
Blade.
on the undefeated Japanese, but Japan's gonna need to do something. All right, this undefeated Japanese prospect gonna have to come in with a fucking authority on Joshua Van, bro. Joshua Van is a hitter. Don't get me wrong. I think Joshua Van might win this fight, but this Ray Suyuri, he's got the whole country on his back, bro. Undefeated and a pick'em. He needs to put on for Japan because they haven't done nothing in the UFC in the last couple months.
And we've been trying to root for him. I swear we've been trying. But yeah, I think we can start. Hmm.
Curtis Blades, I feel like that's the fight that kind of has the most drama to it. Well, not drama, but you kind of selling me on like what the fuck going on with this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I want to. I think that Bruno Ferreira Petrosian fight's gonna be good. You know, I got
Yeah,
my dog Josh. You already pretty much spoke on how exactly how we feel about the Joshua Van Ray Serrara fight. But the Curtis Blade fight versus the Rizvan Kunuyev. That's how we're gonna run
and
with that.
that boy Riz.
We have the big homie Riz Dagestani, she looks like, versus Curtis Blades. This is interesting because I guess Jit is a stupid hitter where he comes from. And he has to be if the Dana White and the boys said, yo, we're gonna put the number 4 heavyweight, the dude that literally just fought for the interim title against a brand new motherfucker that's never even smelt the UFC before. Even though I think he came off a contender series or some shit. But
Yeah,
this
this
is crazy.
this is the Eagles fighting champion. All right, if y'all remember the Eagles fighting league over there with Khabib, and I think Masvidal was even part of that bitch too. But this is their former champion over there. He came in over on the Dana White Contender Series back in like 2021, 2022 maybe. And then he won his Contender Series fight. Then went back to the Eagle FC. Had to go defend his belt, when he successfully defended, by the way. And then he went to the PFL, in which he got a no contest fight, one and done there. Back to the Contender Series he goes, and now he wins the Contender Series again, 2-0 on a Contender Series, bro, fucking him up. And here he is now. Said, "Fuck it, Curtis Blades is crazy."
So they might know something because he might have a little wrestling in his bag. He's only 32.
Same team as Ankalaev.
Yeah, so
So
he
he
definitely has a
training
little bit of
over.
wrestling. But that means just striking must be pretty superb. Like, I don't know. I'm low-key taking him over Curtis Blades. Maybe it's because I'm still mad at Curtis Blades for the Jelton Almeida fight. But hey, Jelton Almeida take that boy down 9 times. I think this Dagestani motherfucker, this Russian dude, can figure out how to take Curtis Blades' ass down.
Oof. I will say the fact that he's lost to Sergey Pavlovich, Tom Aspinall. Those are both some
Hitters.
European ass motherfuckers.
Oh,
And Rizvan Kanayev, Russian. That's as European as it motherfucking gets.
fuck.
So that does kind of scare me. But I'm gonna believe in good old US of A and my boy Curtis Blades. This is insane that like the odds are kind of close, so maybe they know something. But I just think it's kind of insane that you're fighting like the number 4 heavyweight in the world. Like this is like immediate top tier talent. Like I we don't really see that in like any weight class.
Facts.
MVP coming in and fighting like Kevin Holland was a big deal. Like Kevin Holland was like 11.
Oh,
King Green taking on Mauricio Rufy. King Green plus 350, Mauricio Rufy minus 500. Rufy's a bigger favorite than Curtis Blades is, to put it in perspective for some people at home. Uh,
Uh,
you think it has to do with more of Bobby Green, the result of the Jalen Turner fight where he took too much damage, and then after that, Patty Pimblett kind of slices him like right through like some bread, or is it more have to do with Mauricio Rufy just has been laying people flat on their ass?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have nothing but respect for my dog King Green. Nothing but love for the dude. But Rufy is a problem from what I've heard. Everything in the MMA street says this man is coming to fuck shit up, raise hell and leave. So like, I'm fucking. I might go all Brazil. I might take every Brazilian on this card.
Uh, so Mauricio Rufy, if I'm not this wrong, is this the motherfucker? Somebody, oh no, man, this ain't that. That's Fernando Padilla. Never mind. I was like, I thought this was his name. Just reminds me of Luffy, which is my favorite anime character. So when I see Rufy, I think of Luffy. And like I seen his highlight reel the other day, Twitter, just scrolling through, like, hey, just so you know, like 11 wins, 10 knockouts,
That's
with
crazy.
and like 7 of them in the first round type shit. So I'm like, oh, he just be packing shit up. And knowing that King Green's chin had looked Patty Pimble had a jab that had his neck snapping back. So I'm probably going with Rufy by knockout in this fight. Pretty
I'm not
quick.
gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. King, nothing but love for you, man. But boy,
And one of the kind of the things going on in a lot of these fights is younger fighters taking on the older guard, with Rufy being like 10 years younger than King Green. And in our
oh yeah,
next fight, Amanda Lemos is 37 and a pick'em against Yasmin Luciendo, who is 23. This is a 14-year age gap between them. And Luciendo, slight favorite in this fight going up against the vet and Lemos. Luciendo rocking a 4-fight win streak right now, kind of. No one could tell her shit right now. And then Lemos is 3-2 in her last five, the two losses to Zhongwei Li and Veranda Jarumbo or whatever.
yeah. I was gonna say I'm known for watching Nemos fuck shit up. But this is gonna be a banger. This is another fight that could possibly fight tonight if they really throw them things.
I think they will. These are two like get on the inside and throw those like the Brazilian chicks when they fight. I just love the hook. Just like Amanda Nunes love the hook. Uh, what's it? Jessica Andrade loves to throw the hook.
Facts.
Lemos and this chick both just throw hooks.
Who you got? This is one of your favorite fights in the on card.
I have to maybe let me I probably have to lean towards the younger talent,
Mm.
just because Lemos is getting older and Luciendo just has more, I think, going for her right now. But I wouldn't be shocked if Lemos does edge it out. I think this fight goes to the decision and it's gonna be this razor thin. But I think Luciendo's gonna have a little bit more back. He's gonna be more hungry than Lemos is.
I respect it. I also got the younger talent. I think she's gonna come in kind of quicker, kind of sharper, and mm-mm. and it's just gonna be a banger fight. I think it goes to decision.
And then our sleeper fight of the night pick, Jalen Turner, is a slight underdog, plus 105, taking on Nacio Bahamondes, minus 125. We both picked it as our fight of the night. But who do you got to win this fight?
Oh man, kid. I mean, I think Jalen Turner has a lot to fight for in this card, especially since his last fight was against Moicano, where I thought they should have stopped the fight, let the fight keep going. Moicano gets him, catches him, finishes him on the ground, and and motherfucking has the best comeback in 2024. So like, I'm on Jalen Turner. I think he's still on it. I think his record doesn't show how hard he's fought in all these fights. And I really think that he could come through and get another comeback win. But everybody's saying this Ignacio dude is a problem.
Nacho is a problem. I just think if Jalen Turner's smart, he's gonna take him to the ground and use a submission game. Jalen Turner has pretty good ground game, whereas Ignacio has great stand up, and he doesn't even try to shoot takedowns. Why? Because he doesn't have the best ground game. So if Turner's smart, I think he takes it to the ground and he gets a decision win or just maybe a submission win on him because he has better BJJ. But if he tries to just stand and just bang to put on a show for the fans because it is pay per view, you're one of the last fights on the card. Ignacio may spark him, but I'm a edge that Jalen Turner's smart enough to use his wrestling. So I'm a rock with Jalen Turner as a slight underdog.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, I think we picked the same people for most of these fights.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, could be a good. Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev. Gaethje 1-0 so far against Fiziev, and he's coming in Kev, as the underdog in this fight. Plus 140 is Gaethje. Fiziev minus 170. 10-day notice.
10-day notice is
Vegas,
crazy.
Vegas said they don't give a fuck.
And
Gaethje,
he and Gaethje was the underdog in the first fight.
Gaethje 1-0 majority decision. Like I said, when we watched it from the beginning of this episode. I wish this was 5 rounds because we already seen a 3-round fight. I just think it would have been more exciting. I know he doesn't have the gas tank to go all 5 maybe right now. But fuck it. Vegas got him as the favorite. So maybe he do got the gas tank.
I mean, we don't know what Justin Gaethje is coming into this. Is it the calm, collected Justin Gaethje that fucked up Tony Ferguson? Is it the on point Justin Gaethje who's looking for the KO and he gets like against Dustin Poirier? Is he the Justin Gaethje that's gonna try to fight, and duke it out with you the last couple seconds, like against Max Holloway? Like Justin Gaethje has so many different layers to him. You never know exactly who's coming. You just know it's gonna be one hell of a fight every time. And that's what this is. The first fight was a bloodbath, super close. I thought it could have went either way. I didn't care. I had picked Fizzy, so I said, "Hey man, go either way. If Fizzy wins, I'm lit. Just in case he wins, that's another bag for that boy." But the 10 days notice is a problem to me. The how long Fizz been since Fizzy fought is a problem to me. And then it seems like Justin Gaethje has taken what 10 months off and had a good rest between the Max Holloway fights. So I don't know how this fight goes because I think he was really going in this bitch ready for a war against Dan Hooker, and I don't think he changed his fight camp because of it.
Yeah, no, not saying Fiziev and Dan Hooker are the same, but it's not like you're going from striker to wrestler. You're
Hmm.
going from striker to striker. You're going from someone who probably throws a lot more jabs and Dan Hooker and leg kicks, whereas Facee's going to throw a lot more head kicks and fucking some off the wall, some hook, some like elbows from the inside and shit. His Muay Thai stance, some knees up the middle, but you're still preparing for an on the feet fight. And we know Gaethje isn't preparing to shoot no fucking takedown. Rafael Fiziev isn't shooting for no fucking takedown. Gonna be 2 grown ass men meeting in the middle, causing mayhem, and just trying whatever's in front of them. They just trying to make sure it's not in front of them no more.
I mean, Gaethje did shoot his last takedown of his career in that fight against him and Fizzy, and I think he landed that bitch.
He did okay, true. Maybe he does go back in the bag. I would be shook. This is a former BMF champion we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I think it just depends on what mindset these fighters come with. Because Fizzy's coming in the fade, and it, and I also think he's had time
He
to.
shaved the head.
Oh, nice. But I also think he's had time to like look over that fight and learn how to get past somebody's jab and things like that. Like he's had time to improve because it's not like Fizzy lost to Justin Gaethje at the twilight of his career, like just still peaking.
Sound like you
So
taking the seat
that's because I am.
on 10-day notice. Crazy.
I don't want to do it because I seen what happened to Volk against Islam. But I was just gonna take the opposite of whoever you picked. I was hoping you picked Fizzy.
Big Gaethje on this one, bro. This is 10-day notice is not. I don't ever want to find myself in a predicament. I gotta fight Justin Gaethje. let alone on a 10-day notice. So
Facts.
I'm taking get Gaethje on this one. I'm just shocked the odds got him at plus 140.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think that's pretty bricks right there.
yeah, I'm gonna probably jump all over that one.
Money line too. Don't even put a submission
Straight
on that
money.
bitch.
I'm not touching none. The straight plus one. I'm gonna combine that with Amanda Lemos and Luciendo fight goes the distance, and I think that's what I'm gonna walk away with just those two. Keep it nice and easy. Main event time though. Actually, I might throw something in on this too. Got to because why watch the main event if you ain't got money on it? We got Alex Pereira taking on Magomed Ankalaev. This is for the light heavyweight championship. Pereira, is this his third title defense with the belt at this point?
I don't know. He fought Yuri twice, and
This
then
is
he
his
fought Khalil
fifth
Roundtree.
fifth title defense with the belt. That's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say because he fought Yuri twice, Khalil Roundtree, and
Oh, this is fourth defense. He won the belt, but this be his fifth title fight. I think.
Jamal Hill.
Yeah, since 2022, bro, in 3 years, this man has 7 fights in the UFC, 6 title fights. Going on another title fight with this one. I'm not including the one that he's about to have, right? This is an insane run. This is an all-time run. This is one of one run, I think, right now.
Are you sure it's only 7 fights? Because he
20.
fought Izzy,
Oh, no,
fought
mind.
Izzy
No,
twice.
mind. No, mind. You're right. Since 2022, I didn't include the fights that weren't for the belt in 2022. In 2022, if you sent to now, he's had 9 fights. 9 fights. He's averaging three fights a year, 2.5 title fights a year out of the three.
And his resume is pretty. Look, think about how many former champions are on a resume. Because even Yan was a champion. Even Sean Strickland ended up becoming a champion.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Sean Strickland, Izzy, Yan, Jamal Hill, Yuri Prohaska.
Khalil Roundtree fine for the title. Yeah, no, this is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and Kyle was on the Zoom before you hopped on, and we were just bullshitting. We were like, right, this the amount like he just comes in and saves the day. Like, yeah, I'll fight him. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna knock him out too. Like, I'm gonna not just like save the card. I'm gonna like put on the performance of the night on the card almost every fucking time. Like that's like he's really coming in and saving the day. Like this is it's one thing to come in and say today, but then to put on the performance that's gonna wow the crowd and be like, fuck, we fucking love this guy. Fucking sign him again, Dana. Like it's different.
Yeah, he won, and he has a really nice team behind him.
Chama, you fucking
And
that's a multi-million-dollar word at this point.
anybody that goes and fights, anybody that trains with Alex Rieta usually fucking demolishes the next. Like look at Sean Strickland,
Nice little title run after that.
Ian Gary.
And this man being like fucking he's just doing like a whole bunch. He kind of reminds me of Shaq. Remember Shaq had a show where he would just like go play baseball for a day, or that's what like Pierre would be doing half the time.
Yeah, he'd be doing some random ass shit. And that's what makes it so crazy when he picks up these fights. Cause like, yo, when he picked up the fight, so I think to fight Yuri last second or for the UFC 300, this motherfucker was literally in Australia or some shit. Like, I forgot what fight it was. It wasn't 300. It
Probably
was
like
when
the
he fought Yuri.
Outback doing some dumb shit with the homies.
He was literally on tour in Australia, going around Australia, riding around in Lamborghinis and shit.
I feel like he take that call by itself, right? And he's like, Chama, yeah, yes, yes. Ploop, in terms of the guys, is like, I got to fight next week. I got to make 205.
I would cry.
Like,
I, I think they probably gotta call his coach because he think he doesn't speak English.
true.
And but I feel like that's his answer though. He's like, hey Alex, would you want to fight Yuri Prohaska for the belt because John Jones? Chama.
Make it happen, bro.
Chama. And then puts his fist up, Chama.
And yeah, it like the fact that he has like the hardest punch recorded now too. Like on top of that, like
I hate fucking metrics. How do you even fucking measure that?
Francis Ngannou had it, and then all of a sudden Pierre. That's why it was a crazy deal. Ngannou having is one thing. He's 260 pounds of muscle, freak athlete. Pierre got like 50 less pounds than him.
Oh no, Pierre might be like 245.
Pierre is kind of big actually.
Yeah, bro, that nigga might be like him going to heavyweight is probably insane. Like imagine him walking around at his normal weight.
Fucking bullshit.
But,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm just,
yeah,
I was like, we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
we
We gotta
glazed. Yeah, we was going crazy, bro. The grade. See, that's how it happens, bro. That's how it happens. You see how easy it is, bro? Y'all was going at home watching along, like, yeah, but Pierre is that guy. I agree with you. I know how deep in the glaze you got.
God damn, I ain't gonna lie, that shit is crazy. Nothing we said was cap either.
Yeah, he was sitting back just completely. Magomed and Ankalaev ain't no pushover. He's fighting Ankalaev. Hey, it's a pick 'em. Ankalaev minus 105, Alex minus 115. This could be similar to like because I feel like when he fought Yuri the first time, this odds were the same thing, and he obliterated him. When he fought Jamal Hill, the odds were about the same, and he obliterated him. I think when he fought Jan, and it wasn't for the title, the odds were about the same, where it was a pick 'em. And every single fight is a pick 'em, other than the Roundtree fight, and he has this completely shown it's not a pick 'em. Do you think that's going to be about the same here, or do you think Ankalaev's coming here for that blood? Because people forget he low key should probably be the champion of the weight class if he doesn't get that draw with Jan, and which a lot of people felt like he won that fight, and he he doesn't get another chance for the title since then. And here we are, like 2-3 years later, he's finally getting that title shot again.
Oh, never forget the devil is in the details, man. Don't let Uncle lie to you. That nigga could have. That nigga was supposed to fight him instead of Khalil Roundtree, but he didn't want to do it. So this man chose to fight my dog during Ramadan. What sense does that make?
Alex says that it's just so he can have an excuse ready when he loses, and
Mm.
that he not participating. It's all cap. That's all.
It's
Alex.
all cap. Just
That,
stop. Yeah.
I doubt
Stop.
this is what Pereira is actually saying, but someone on his team is probably saying this.
Uh, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not I think it's gonna be a good fight because Uncle Live is a striker first. He just has good wrestling, especially probably some of the best in the division. But everybody keeps screaming, "This is Alex's hardest test. This is Alex's hardest test." I feel like niggas say this shit every fucking fight. He was like Jan was getting Alex ass, but she was with that wrestling. And Uncle Live out wrestled Jan. I was like, no, he didn't, because they would have.
I will say that it's just 37 is you're starting to start pushing. You know what I mean? Like when I start seeing that age right there, and I'm like, bro, you are that guy. But Ankalaev can land some big shots too. And if Izzy can finish you, I think Ankalaev could potentially finish you if he lands a good enough shot. Um,
How you know
and
there's no such thing as MMA mouth?
and I also would say Yuri just it was like when he fought Yuri, it was that guy is not a real striker. All right, like Alex Pereira was smoking him on the feet because he's not in the same league as him. But Ankalaev can strike. Like he was outclassing everybody in the division until Pereira came along and kind of stole the thunder. And that's why I think this fight's gonna be very technical, very fun. This is fun, and Ankalaev is a pretty big dude himself. Because he kind of matched up with Johnny Walker like it was no big deal. And remember how bad he beat up on Johnny Walker, like
Oh, they do fuck
multiple
up John Walker.
times.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are getting a little too blinded with the Alex Pierre. Not saying that it's not. I mean, look how blinded we got a second ago. I mean, I understand why, but it's just like we can't look over. Ankalaev is going to be the toughest test. Like the other good, Yuri was a good fighter, Hill's a good fighter, but like I had Ankalaev beating all of them guys whenever he was finally going to fight them. And like so for him versus Alex, I think this is the best light heavyweight matchup.
I think the toughest test that Alex has had to deal with is being down in the scorecards against going into the fifth round against Israel Adesanya in New York and getting the knockout against an Adesanya who a lot of people think is a cardio king. You know, not cardio king, but cardio worker, cardio warrior.
Yeah, never gasses.
So I think the thing about Alex is that it's not about finding ways to win, is that if you play his game even a little bit, That's where you lose. And like Ankalaev is nice, but is he nice enough to not play Alex at all? Is he really gonna sit here and wrestle for 5 rounds straight? And is Alex really not gonna figure out an adjustment to that shit?
See, that's my thing. I don't think he has to wrestle for 5 rounds straight. I think he can win this fight on the feet.
No, if you go on your feet with Alex, you're tripping.
I think he can. I think he can outstrike Alex Pereira if he doesn't allow Alex. If he
Oh my God.
neutralizes that left hook and doesn't allow that big shot to land, I think he's gonna have enough leg kicks, body kicks. This is an all-round, well-rounded like stand-up.
Bro, he doesn't even check leg kicks.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna be able to outpoint him. Like he's gonna throw.
I'm talking about Ankalaev.
Oh, okay. I thought about Pierre don't check leg kicks.
What? Pierre has secret techniques to check leg kicks.
It's Chama. I don't know, but I just feel like my gut is telling me just Ankalaev, the odds, him as the underdog here, 37 years old. He's had a great run, Hall of Fame run, and I think it's just about that time where what's the old saying? Like, what's the old like things like you flew too close to the sun, you got burned, and you came back down. And I
This
think
nigga is not Icarus, kid.
he's
You
coming,
had
he's
you
coming
had me.
back down.
You had me until you said the fucking the you like Ankalaev on his feet against no way. Bruh.
Don't get me wrong,
He
he's gonna mix in the wrestling. I'm not saying he's gonna go in there straight kickboxing, dude.
if
But I am saying that I think he can stand in front of him and not be target practice for Alex Pereira and also get his own shots off to look like
it's not about target practice. It's about cardio, kid. Like motherfucking, like the Khalil Roundtree. That fight taught me, like, yo, this man Alex can hit you this just as hard as in the first round as he does in the fourth round.
Izzy's the only Izzy I think is the only striker better than Ankalaev on his resume. I think
Yeah,
that
facts. I can
that's
agree with that.
that's why I'm like, I just don't. I think some people are just looking so far beyond Ankalaev and what he's able to do on his own that it's just like, oh, it's one sided. And I'm like, I don't think it's like. I think Ankalaev has pretty good skill set and everything.
I think this is gonna be his best stylistic matchup, but it comes down to what you do in the third and the fourth.
I'm like, I like Ankalaev here. I'm locking in, not taking it back. Giving Ankalaev straight money line. And I honestly think it might be a TKO. If I had to like lean anything, it would probably be Ankalaev TKO late fourth, fifth round, and he just accumulation of damage.
Ah! Bro, you got me fucked up. I got Alex Kidd, and he finna go handle business. I like Alex to get the KO in the third or fourth.
This is, I mean, if he does clean up Ankalaev,
Oh yeah, send him to the next division, kid. Vacate that title. Be on to the next
I'm not gonna lie. Like if John Jones didn't exist, he could have like potentially the greatest like run in light heavyweight history.
one. I mean, yeah, that's like that John Jones run was pretty crazy because
Like John
John
Jones,
Jones was
like
knocking out
11
legends.
years. Yeah, 11 years of was like down. I'm like, if he didn't exist, this like just I just got dropped in. I just moved up to this division for and within 2 years I've obliterated everybody y'all called the best. It'd be
I
one
think
of fun.
I think Alex's story is crazy because in UFC history, he has one of the greatest runs ever. But in lightweight history, it's like a nah, bro. That nigga John was different.
And in middleweight, it's like Anderson Silva and Izzy are different.
Yeah, but all together, collectively, like professional as a combat sportist, as a combat fighter, yeah, that nigga did that.
Two world promotion double champ status type shit, like multi-divisional champ status.
Nigga got a lot of belts at the house.
That's true. But I mean, UFC 313. Where are they find? This is at Vegas, right? T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Yeah, the old T-Mobile Arena is gonna get it cracking. I hope I'm right. Yeah, T-Mobile Arena Vegas, 6:30 on the Disney Plus, ESPN Plus is the prelims and early prelims. Main card at 10. Romeo's not here, but I'm check out comedian Romeo Mack. Pretty sure we'll be popping off live this Saturday with comedian Romeo Mack for the fight. So stay tuned for that. We made our picks. Go down to the comment section, drop your picks down below. We appreciate y'all watching. I'm